Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the second episode of our podcast. With me tonight, I have the same person I had last week. You can talk now, by the way. Just so
Yay!
you We're back with some more fun and exciting news. Well, not really news, just I guess just random topics like we have before, like in the
I'm
first one.
sorry to cut you off. Should we introduce the other person?
Oh, is he even still there? I mean,
Yeah,
he's really quiet. Is he even still there?
he is. He's right here. If you
I
would
didn't
like
even
to,
hear him.
you can. He's not talking yet. You can introduce him. Go ahead.
Well, what would be the best way to introduce him? Your spawn, or your child?
The spawn of Satan.
Yeah, that could work, actually.
Go ahead and say hi.
You got to speak. That's how podcasts work. Not just giggle like a schoolgirl. Oh
Oh my
God.
God! Now he's gonna cough. So now people
Oh.
are gonna think he has. Okay, just forget it. Just continue.
So he just sits there and giggles like a schoolgirl on her first date. What the fuck? Was there supposed to be any cussing in this episode
It's
or
your
not?
podcast, man.
Well, I mean, wait. Well, he is like
He's
what,
about to be
13?
14, so I think I'll be all right.
Holy shit! I feel old. Wow. I feel old. Any moment he could put us in the retirement home, and I say us because well we're the same age.
I'm not going.
Yeah, fuck all that. Well, so that was a wonderful intro. I get his
Do you
name is
want to talk
Jace.
now?
If he's, I don't know if he's.
Hi.
Fantastic. That was great. Cut it. Print it. Great. Awesome.
Okay.
That
Oh.
was great.
So do you remember last week when I said the first ones aren't any good?
Fant.
Like,
Maybe you
yeah,
meant
the
the second
ones aren't
one.
that good either.
Well, maybe it's because of Junior over there. Not really. Not really doing too good.
Okay. We can start. Maybe he'll calm down by the time he has to say something.
Is he still
Yes.
giggling? Oh my god. Oh jeez. Go run around the block or something. You'll be fine. All right. Well, I guess the first order of business is I forgot to throw this in there earlier was we actually have a channel name now, and I'm sure they're seeing it in the description. They're going to probably see it in the title. Map Not Found Podcast. Should we explain how we came up with this name, or I guess how I kind of came up with
So
the name?
you want me to explain how this whole thing started? Like not the podcast, but the
Yeah,
map.
because I don't even know. Yeah,
But not the
What's that?
podcast, but the map. We have to find the map.
right. You know what? It'd probably be better if we do explain that one a little bit.
So, for those who have not figured it out by now, you and I are related. We are cousins. And when we were younger, you would come to my house, and my parents had woods in their backyard, I guess if that's what you want to call it. And it,
Well, I mean, technically they still have because
well, yes.
your
Yes,
mom still
but-
lives there.
Anyway,
Right.
and they stretched for miles. There was a creek that ran through it, which eventually ran into a canal, which then ran into a river, and so on. And we were young and dumb and came up with this thing of, hey, we have to find a map. Now, you would think children with this imagination would then go off and create a map to said map, right? Those children would write on a piece of paper, this is what you need to look for to find the map. Well, we were idiots and never did that, and would then just venture off into the woods and say, hey, we have to find the map. And we never did. We never found the map until I was home on leave in the military, and you and I went into the woods, dug a hole, put a plastic bottle with a piece of paper in it, and actually, I think it was a couple of them in separate holes, and then held on to a map location to those. And then
It was almost like a scavenger
yeah,
hunt type
and then
thing.
when
We
I
did
got
there.
out, we went and dug them up, and essentially, I guess you could say we found the map, but that wasn't the true map because if it was, this podcast name would make no sense. So we're just gonna say that wasn't the true map, and the other map will never be found.
Good story.
I have no idea how we even came to that. Like, hey, let's go. It would be like at 5 years old, we're like, hey, let's go find the map. Well, at our age now, I'm going, what fucking map and where the hell did we come up with that?
So I think it tied into the whole, and I'm about to embarrass us even more. We have to save our girlfriends when we were playing
I saw it
when
coming.
we were playing Star Fox on the Super Nintendo.
And everybody, you got to remember Star Fox and the Super Nintendo, because I think, my opinion, that was the best one.
Um,
I loved it. It was fun.
it was really good. Hold on, go ahead and say that.
I remember it on the 64.
Yeah, I think they did do a version on the 64. I'm sitting here trying to think about
They
it.
did.
I think they
That
did.
was the one where they talked.
Yeah,
That one
that's
was,
right.
that was pretty good. I think, to be honest, I think that's my favorite. But that's just because they talked. They then released that one on the 3DS, the Nintendo 3DS, which is the same exact version. It's just a port, and you
Right.
can also play both of them, or you can play Star Fox on the Super Nintendo on the Nintendo Switch now. You can also play, and I don't even think you knew this existed, Star Fox 2.
No.
I didn't, but
No.
might have to look
Star
into
Fox,
it
it's
now.
not the same game. Star Fox 2 it was never finished. It never came out. It was supposed to, and my understanding is, or at least kind of what I get of it, it was going to come out, but it was also right around the time of the launch of the Nintendo 64, and they wanted people to buy the Nintendo 64 more than they wanted people to buy Star Fox 2. So it never came out. Also, it's a completely different game.
Huh. Yeah, see, I never knew
So-
that.
But I think all of that. I think that's how all of that correlation came to be.
Yeah, that could be. Can we take a minute, though? One of the best games for Nintendo 64 is GoldenEye. It's 007.
Definitely.
I, to this day, I still want to buy a Nintendo 64, go hook it up on my 64-inch TV upstairs, and play that shit.
I can't tell you
Like,
how well it holds
not
up.
for...
I can't tell you
Huh?
how well it holds up.
Right, yeah, like, just because I miss playing GoldenEye, now I know that they... excuse me, they did, it was... I think it was for PS3, they redid it. They redid the game,
Well, they
I
made
think.
a GoldenEye for PS3, but it wasn't the same because
Right, it was kind of...
because
I played it, it was different. It wasn't,
Right.
like, the same
I don't think it
thing
could have
where-
been the same thing due to like licensing issues.
Right, yes, I do remember hearing something along those lines, yeah. I do remember that, because I remember playing it, and I'm like, it was fun, don't get me wrong. I mean, it was your first-person shooter. It was fun, but it wasn't that N64
Right.
one.
It wasn't the one with paintball mode or golden gun where you could just
Yeah, paintball mode. Oh, that was great. Shoot somebody, and then they'd
shoot somebody with a blue paintball in
wherever
the
you
dick.
shot them would be... Yeah, you'd shoot them in the ass, and their ass would be painted yellow
Yep.
or something. It was great. I would still buy that game just for that reason. And then you get controller and everybody
hmm
plays.
But
New mission by 64. I'm so down for
gotta play some Mario Party while you're at it.
it. Mario Party. That's how friendships
Yep.
get ruined.
Um,
It's a fun game nonetheless.
but
Fun game.
yeah, that's more or less the story of our podcast name and basically what it means.
Right. So there's that. Moving on to well, have you? I can start with you. Have you played any games this week that you completed?
I com-
Well, anything. And let me rephrase that. Anything new? And did you complete any games
I
this
completed
week?
the first season of The Walking Dead. We talked about last week how I had restarted that.
Right.
So now I'm on season 2. I don't remember season 2 nearly as much as I remembered season 1. Uh, for good or
Right.
for bad, I honestly couldn't tell you. I also started. Have you ever heard of the game Life is Strange?
Yes, actually, I have.
So the people who
Never played it, but
made that released a new game Friday, something like that. It's called Tell Me Why, and it's another one of those choose your own, or basically the choices you make affect the story kind of game. This one's a little different
right.
though. Um, it really tackles the whole transgender topics because the character you play as is okay. I'm gonna stop myself, and anyone listening to this, I try my best to understand the terms and the phrases. I don't, if you want to be a trans male or a trans female, more power to you. I don't care. However, I might,
It's your life, do and
yes.
do you.
However, I might fuck up some terms here. I might say the wrong thing, and if I do, I apologize in advance. Not trying to offend anyone. If I do say the wrong thing, put it in below and let me know, and I'll correct myself because I'll finally get it. But anyway, you play as a trans female to male. So you were a female. You were born a female, and you realized I don't feel right being a female, so you converted to a male. However, the story is, and I haven't even finished the first episode yet. You have a sister, and it takes place in Alaska, which, first of all, looks fucking gorgeous in the game. I really like looking at the scenery. And you, your sister, and your mother lived in a cabin, and everyone thought your mom was crazy. And your mom, the way it's described is your mom did not like the fact that you were becoming a boy instead of a girl, right? Like,
She wasn't
yeah, I
accepting,
guess,
or
basically.
right.
And it comes to a head one night because your sister cuts your hair to look like a boy. You go and show her. And essentially, the story starts off telling you, well, she tried to kill you, so you had to kill her. Yeah.
Holy fuck!
And essentially, where I'm at now, it's kind of coming together like maybe that wasn't the case. Maybe because you grow up and you essentially you kind of go to juvie and then you get out of juvie, and I think you go to like this rehabilitation place where you get rehabilitated, but you now start to take the medicine that converts you or changes you into a man. And you meet up with your sister and you go to your mom's house, which apparently hasn't been touched in like 20 years. or 10 years or however long it's been, and you're getting ready to sell it, and you go into her room and you see on the desk where the title of the book is something along the lines of like how to raise a transgender child. So now it's starting to make it look like, well, maybe she was kind of accepting to it and she was trying to learn, with it, and something else happened. And I don't know yet because, like I said, I haven't even finished the first episode. But I'm intrigued.
Kind of makes you figure it out as you go,
Yeah.
type thing. Like it leaves you something in the beginning, and you're like, wait, you're left with a bunch of questions. Like, wait, what the fuck just
Right.
happened? And then as you play, you start to figure
Yeah,
everything
pretty
out.
much. I will
Basically.
say, for what I've experienced so far, me personally, I feel like it tackles the whole transgender issue all right. From some of the reviews I've read, they seem to think so too, but I can't speak on it one way or the other because I truly don't know.
Right.
I'm still playing the UFC game that I talked about, but my 10-hour trial is almost over with that. And I've started playing co-op Stardew Valley again with my wife. So
I forgot
I
all about that. I forgot that game was even
Man.
co-op.
that game is just so good.
I love that game.
Oh, hold on.
I'm gonna have to reinstall it.
That is probably one of my favorite games.
Did you hear him? Okay, I was just
Yeah,
making sure.
yeah. That's one of his favorite games.
Other than that, I haven't really. I don't remember. Last week, did I talk about Dead Matter at all?
I don't remember.
No.
I don't think you did,
I can't.
but I could be wrong.
So it is an alpha. It's a zombie survival game. That's kind of all I can really say about it. Is that I'm playing it, and yeah, that's about all I can say because I have a non-disclosure agreement that I had to agree to be able to play it, and so I can't take screenshots. I can't give my opinion one way or the other. I mean, obviously, I can give it to you off record. But for the podcast,
Right.
all I can say is that I'm playing it. It's out there, and yeah, that's about it. But other than that, yeah, nothing new. Jace, do you have anything?
One of the games
He
that
probably
I
hasn't
have
been paying
beaten
attention.
is The Last of Us, and I've been playing mostly sports games.
Hey, speaking of sports games, before we get into like the little amount I've played this week, can we talk about NHL 20 real quick?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I would like to hear it because yeah, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. If if I go through and read these text messages, something about him getting destroyed 5-0.
Okay,
Did you make your goalie just skate down to the other end and say fucking
okay.
done?
So let me paint a picture here. So the first game was I won 2-1. Okay, that was it. Nothing big, nothing major. Second game, I won 1-0 because of a penalty shootout, and I won. All right. So everything was fine, and I was happy with myself. I was like, "Oh, sweet, I won." So I cheered a little bit. Aaron then says to me, and this is where you should probably feel bad for Jace a little bit. Aaron then says to me, "Well, I don't know why you're cheering. It just sounds like you both suck at the game anyways." So I just looked over at Jace and I was like, "All right, Jace, one more." Final score of that game It was 5-0. And man, he was not happy.
No.
So I think now, Aaron, which we didn't cover, is your
Correct.
wife, but I think Aaron needs to play Jace in NHL 20,
Oh yeah.
Now,
and then we need to watch, clips that have clips of it for the next podcast. So then I've got some video overlay of this game for people to watch as they listen to us talk.
but you know what?
And God, I think it'd be great if Jace just won like 5-0.
No, it'd be
essentially.
even better if Aaron beat him.
Yeah, that would be funny. Can we make that can we get that to happen? Can we get an NHL 20?
I will try. I don't know if I can convince Aaron to play because she's probably gonna be mad that we brought this up on the podcast.
Why would she
Not
be
mad, but she's gonna be like, "You really had to embarrass him again."
I'm used to it.
Wow.
Which, of course, we did.
I'm used to it.
Oh, he's over there giggling about it, I'm
But-
sure.
If I can't get her to play, maybe I'll play him one more time and take some footage from that.
See how that goes.
That would work. Yeah, if she won't play, then maybe do like a rematch
Right,
type
yeah.
game. That would be fun. So now, with me, as far as playing any new games, I haven't played anything new. I will say I did beat Call of Duty World War II.
Woohoo!
It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I'm not really going to go into too much detail because there is some story with it, as most Call of Duty games do have a story to go with the
Right.
single player mode. I'm not really going to talk too much about it because I do have playthrough videos coming out, which is one of the ones I was working on earlier. I was working on that, but I beat that game. And I think last week, the last episode, I said something about beating Stardew Valley.
No. Silver Creek Falls.
Yeah, Silver Creek Falls. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Stardew. Yeah, I'm just like, wait a minute, Stardew Valley. Hold on, wait a minute. That doesn't sound right. That's probably because we were just
Yeah.
talking about it. I did beat that one. Anyway, I have no idea what I'm moving on to now. There was that other Call of Duty. There was like Call of Duty 4 or something like that came out
Well,
on. Well, it came out on PlayStation
Modern
Plus,
Warfare
but-
2, which is just it's
Yeah,
the
I
campaign
think-
for it. Yeah.
Right, I think. Excuse me. I'm gonna try and find something. Well, we talked about this game in the last episode. It's basically about one of those games about having like mental health, basically.
Hellscape. Yeah.
Was it Hellscape?
I believe so. Hellscape. Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, I was gonna.
It's hold on. Hellblade. That's
Hellblade.
it. Oh, Hellblade. Yeah. I don't know why I thought it was Hellscape.
There is that game that I'm gonna look into
It's a good
playing. Actually, that looked pretty good. I thought.
Um,
Yeah, that's right. You were saying that on the other podcast. There's another game too that I was like, oh, maybe I'll check that out. I should get back into the baseball game. Actually, my
oh yeah.
road to the show. There is a game coming out that I have seen some trailers for, and I did get the. I actually have it sitting here next to me. I haven't had a chance to read the article, but it's the. Oh, that's not the right one. It's the new Game Informer magazine I received in the mail. It's Watch Dogs Legions that's coming out. I didn't see when
That
because, like I said, I haven't had to read the article, not realizing But before we started this podcast, I went and looked. It's like 5 damn like 4 or 5 pages
I want to say
about this game.
Watch Dogs Legions got delayed to March, I think. But here, I'll check it really quick. But I want to say it got. I want to say.
It's 12 pages.
Oh,
There is 12 pages.
wait, no, I guess not. I guess. No. Oh, so apparently it's coming out. No, that can't be right. Hold on. It says October
there's
29th, but I could have swore it got delayed.
Yeah, I thought I heard something too, but
It says after a series.
I'm
of
actually
delays.
looking. I have to say, I'm actually kind of looking forward to that one. That one actually looks pretty good.
So if it wasn't delayed, oh no, it was originally supposed to come out last year, I guess. So as of right now, it's October 29th of this year. If it doesn't get delayed again. The
Yeah.
thing with that is, Ubisoft kind of has a problem with this, in my opinion. Is their original trailers are always so like anti-government, fuck politics sort of thing, and then the games never live up to that. Perfect example would be
The
no,
first
well,
one.
kinda, but Far Cry 5. So Far Cry 5's initial trailer, if you go back and watch it, was really like anti-government, and it was right around the time that Donald Trump took office. So a lot of that stuff was pointed at, like the things that people didn't like about him and the stuff that he was doing with, whether it was racism, the wall, or shit like that. And then the final product comes out, and it's nowhere near that at all. So like, Far Cry 5 was.
They were in like the
It was
woods,
it was
though,
in, it was
right?
in
I think, and then you could
it
get
was
like a
in
dog.
Montana, and
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was a cult that took over, and stuff like that. And the tone is not the same as like their initial trailer. And if you watch the trailer for Watch Dogs Legions, it's kind of the same thing. And then if you look at the gameplay looks fun. Like, I really think the aspect of anyone, you can recruit anyone off the street into your team. So
Right. Oh yeah, and then the Legions that's coming up.
like,
Right. I like that. I liked that too myself. Actually, like I did actually watch a trailer, and you could recruit anybody, and it seems like there's a lot more to
Right.
do,
um,
and that makes it more like interactive. And like with the first one, I played it, and I lost interest so fast. And usually, I'm one to admit that I have issues. I have issues with that. Like I can get uninterested in a game really,
Right.
really fast. But like this game, it was bad, and I think the first Watch Dogs was hyped up like
Right.
way too much. Like, because I remember seeing trailers and shit for that, and I was like, "Oh, this game looks awesome," and then it's like, "What?"
did you ever play the second one?
I did not, but I think I saw. I think I saw you play the second one a little bit because wasn't that one based in L.A.?
It's San Francisco. And
Yeah.
the tone is completely different. Like, the first one is like this very dark, like, oh, if I remember right, I think it was your niece was murdered or whatever. And this one is just literally like, hey man, fuck the government. We're these teens, we're these hackers. We're gonna take them down, and we're gonna do it cool ways. And yeah, you can use a gun if you want, or you can just kick people's ass with this fucking yo-yo that you got. And it was fun. I enjoyed it.
I did hear that the second one was better
So
than the
this
first.
one, I don't want to say like I'm extremely excited for it, but I think it has potential to be good. I do like the whole, like I said, you could recruit a fucking old woman to be part of your team, and depending on her skill set will depend on when you use her and stuff. Uh,
And then you can, because this one, the third one, is based in
Right.
London, and then you could. They have a construction worker that you, from what I could see in the trailer, you can hack into and take over construction
yeah.
drones, which I think would be cool. And I know there was some other cool stuff in there that I saw. I'm actually gonna, when I do get a chance, I'm gonna read this article
So that
and
was
find out what it, what it
that
says. But
whole thing with like that original trailer was based around Brexit. That whole thing that the UK and everything was they were all going through. So it was based around that. And in my head, I'm like, why do you do this? You never like either go full on into it or don't do it at all. But don't base your tone around, oh, this is how hardcore we are, and this fuck the government and everything. And then your the tone of your game is not that at all. Like they have to match.
right. I'm hoping that this one's gonna be good because like I've seen it and I'm like, oh, this looks good. This could be
Right.
enjoyable because I'm looking for the next fun game to play, so to speak. Because I think one of the other games that got hyped up a lot that came out was that I played was Red Dead Redemption 2. I remember when that one came out, and I have to say I enjoyed the fuck out of that
Yes.
one. Playing the story mode, that just sucked me in. Like playing the stories, like I'm like, oh, I want to know more and I want to know more. But then you've got all the side stuff to do, and it's like, I want to know more what happens in the story, but I want to go over here and check this out first. It was so easy to get sidetracked in that game, but for
Yeah.
good reason, because of how amazing everything looked. Like it looked like you were looking at mountains and the rivers and streams and all that. It looked fantastic. And so getting in that game, getting distracted was a good thing because there was just so much you wanted to
Right.
explore that it made it great.
Um,
So
let's see. Do you have anything else that you're looking forward to?
as of right now, offhand, I don't. I mentioned in the last podcast it was the game. Once I finish the detail, let me look it up. I'm sure you can hear me clicking on the mouse.
Oh, wasn't it the other
Uh,
one made by the Silver Creek Falls people? Oh shit! Hit my desk. Sorry.
Oh, yes, there is that. Um, I'm looking in my library right now to see if I can find it. I know what you're talking about. That's gonna bother me. But yeah, there's that one by the Silver Creek Falls people made it. Um, but no, it's from the makers of the Detail.
Oh, okay.
There was that new one There was that new one. Whoops. Crap. Now it's gonna bother me. I gotta sit here and try and
Okay,
find
so
it.
while you try and find it, I'll go on to some news then.
Yeah, go ahead. If you got some news, by all
Well,
means.
so the other day was the opening to GamesCon, which is normally held in, I want to say Cologne, Germany. It's normally held in Germany.
On the side note, the game is called the Walsingham
Oh,
Files,
okay.
and then the other game by the people who did the Detail, it's called The Thief of Thieves. It's by Rival Games did that one, and then the people who did the Walsingham Files is Sapphire Dragon Productions.
Okay.
I thought it was by somebody else, but those are the two games that like I totally forgot about. But yeah, I've got, like I said, I got to get through the one. There's also another one. It's called Flashing Lights. It's police firefighting emergency services. I think this is like a
It is.
simulator game.
Um,
I'm trying to. There we go. Um, I'm thinking about getting it, but I don't know. Okay, it's $14.99. I just don't know. One, I'm not sure if my laptop essentially can handle it because I haven't looked yet. I think
I
it
would
might.
assume so. It doesn't look like a very process heavy game. The only thing
Right,
I would maybe check on is make sure that it's still being updated by the developers.
right. Well, according to this, the game is in early. It's an early
Right,
access
that's what
game.
I'm saying. Make sure it's still being updated and they didn't abandon it or whatever.
Right. Um, it it's got very good reviews, a lot of positive reviews. But there's that game, but that's I have not like bought it or anything yet. It's still in one of those maybe phases right now. But that is all I got for me. But go ahead and go on into the news like you were going to before I interrupted.
So Gamescom started and they they kind of just showed they gave more an in-depth into games that were already announced. They showed off more of the new Ratchet and Clank game that is I believe it's a launch title on the PS5. Looks really good. Ratchet and Clank was always one of my favorites. Um,
Yeah, I played that for the PS4 actually.
um, there's a new Medal of Honor game coming out. Um, however,
Oh,
yes, and it
really?
looks really good. But I got some news for you. VR
What's
game.
that? Of course. VR would be fun to
Um,
play.
I've played some, and depending on how well the game is, yes. Um, so the problem is with VR now, and I don't want to get into this whole thing about VR because I haven't kept up on it, but they kind until someone is like, "Hey, we have made this breakthrough technology thing, check it out." It's kind of all the games are kind of just the same. Like, because in VR, there's really only so much you can do.
Right.
But so yeah, that's a VR game. Uh, there is a, I believe it is. I want to make sure I get the title right. I don't want to fuck it up. Hold on. There's a Little Nightmares 2, which I liked the first one. It was a little like puzzle-ish, nightmare horror kind of game. It was good. Um,
What
uh,
game was that?
Little Nightmares. The second one is coming out, and it appears to be co-op. So that looks cool. Um, they're, I mean, it's GamesCon, so they don't really. It's not like E3 or anything. Um, but there was a couple more like next gen titles. Godfall for the PS5, which I think is another exclusive. That looks all right. Um, let's see what else is there. Sony sent out an email saying, "Hey, um, if you want to get a PlayStation 5 from the PlayStation Store, um, go to this website, put in your user ID, and maybe we'll let you know when pre-orders go live." Basically, insinuating that there might not be too many PS5 or enough PS5s to go around at on launch day, which they still haven't said when launch day is, and they still haven't set the price. So, which I believe last week we talked about the price, and I said it's probably going to be between $500 to $600.
Right. What we
Yeah.
guesstimated it would be.
And it'll probably still come out in November. But also, that does not mean you still can't pre-order from Best Buy, Walmart, GameStop, Amazon, wherever. Um, it's just they are making a push to kind of have people pre-order from them, which probably saves them money, I guess. They don't have to ship to nearly as many places, I guess. I don't
Right.
know. I don't know how really any of that works. But so that's the thing that happened. Let's see. There were two. There were two new. I'm gonna do. You can't see it, but I'm doing quotes. Batman games announced last weekend.
The air
but they're
quotes.
not actual Batman games. One of them is Gotham Knights, and that is made by the people who. Okay, so you got to follow me on this because it's going to be going places. Gotham Knights is made by the Warner Brothers studio, who made Batman: Arkham Origins, which was technically the third. Which Batman, like the Arkham series, like Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight. That is made by
Right.
Rocksteady. Arkham Origins was made by a Warner Brothers studio, but it was technically the third game of the Arkham series, but was a prequel to Arkham Asylum. Like I said, you gotta follow me on this.
Right. There's a lot going on there.
So that is coming out, and the story is supposedly, I highly doubt this is true, but that Batman is dead. So it is a co-op game where you can play as Batgirl, Robin, Nightwing, or the Red Hood. Which the Red Hood would be fun because he just straight up fucking murders people. So that's a game, and that's being made by the Warner Brothers studio. Now, Rocksteady officially released their game, and they're the ones who have made Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight. And they're making a Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League game. So basically, you play as members of Suicide Squad, and you have to attempt to kill the Justice League, but I highly doubt you're going to be able to kill Batman or Superman or anything like that. You're probably just going to injure them or do whatever. So yeah, that was announced. There are trailers out for both of those games. You can go and watch them. Other than that, that's kind of really all I got. You have anything?
Definitely a lot going on there. Yeah, you're definitely up on the news a lot more than I am. Other than the Watch Dogs coming out, that's really all I know, and that was only because I went to go move the Game Informer magazine. I went, oh shit, I forgot to read this. Because that's typically how things happen. I say, oh, I'm gonna read this, and sometimes I need to write stuff down or make notes and be like, okay, I need to do this, and this, or whatever, and I totally forget because I get caught up doing other stuff, and it's like, well, shit.
Jace, do you have any news?
No.
I don't know if you heard him, but he said no.
I did not hear him. I haven't really heard him barely this entire podcast, except when he giggled.
He hasn't really wanted to talk, and he just kind of sits back away from the microphone, and he's giggling again.
It's like that, back when you're young and you see some like chick you're into, and then in your brain you go, yeah, I'm going to talk to her.
What?
But then you turn into a deer in the headlights and you can't say
That's
a damn
pretty much
word.
what it is.
Like,
All right, so let's try.
I like
try this
turtles.
again. Let's try this again. Jace, do you have any news?
No, I've got nothing.
That was better.
Hey, that's step in the right direction.
I don't find
And just remember, you can talk because there's probably like 2 people who
Yeah.
watch this.
And to be honest, I think the 2 people are myself and Chris.
Yeah.
I don't watch it. Well, I know it's the one person I work with. I know that.
Oh, is he the history and aviation guy?
No.
Well, hi to Chris's working dude,
I'd go with coworker, I
I
guess.
suppose. I like working dude better.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's more hip, isn't that what the kids are saying nowadays?
Well, I don't know. We have a kid here. Jace, do kids say hip?
Perfect.
No.
Well, hold on. What do kids say?
Well,
To be honest, I have no idea.
well, I mean, yeah, because of the whole COVID thing, they haven't really been in school in a long time. But okay, so I guess what we need to do now is we need to compare the kids slang from our day to his, just
Well,
for
I
fun.
could I can
Like, what's
I,
a weird
I can
shit that they're
easily
saying?
tell you that their shit is dumber than ours because of the stupid TikTok dances that you see and the flossing dance that was popular.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So yes, Jace, what is the popular slang? What do you got?
Yes.
Come
Let's
on,
hear
what do
it.
you got?
I'm dying to know.
I don't know. I
Don't worry, I'll whoop his ass after this podcast is over.
Wow. Okay. Great. You mean to tell me that you don't know any slang that like from school? I mean, I get it's been a while since you've technically kind of been in school, but you mean to tell me there's like no
What do you normally say?
slang terms?
Yeet.
Did you just say yee?
Yeet.
Yeet? What?
Oh god. Oh my god.
What the?
I have heard
What
this
is
one.
this?
I have heard this one used before, and that just
What
doesn't
the fuck
sound
is
right.
yeet?
Yes, please explain.
Is it just is that another name for skeet? To like skeet?
Remember when the floss wasn't popular?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is. It's just something that isn't popular. And I still say it.
So, wait a minute. Say that again. Into the mic, please.
Remember when the floss wasn't popular?
I mean, the floss should never have been popular.
Right, exactly. But go on.
Yeet is pretty much something you say, but it's like the floss.
I don't get it.
I don't either. Holy shit, we must be old.
You know, I'm okay with being old if I don't understand what the fuck yeet means.
Right, because I mean,
It's just something dumb.
yeet. I figured it'd be something along the
Something
terms
dumb.
of skeet. Because if you're in the 32 to 35 range, maybe even 40, you know what I'm talking about when we say skeet. But yeet.
I want you.
What the fuck?
Can
Can you use that in a
Yeah,
sentence?
we turn this into a spelling bee? How do you spell it? And please use it in a sentence.
I can't use it in a sentence.
Just use that shit in a
Said he
sentence.
can't.
I know how to spell it.
When you go into
Well,
work on Monday, I just want you to walk up to your boss and I want to be like, yeet. It just.
Where does he? Oh, hold on. Where does he work?
I'm talking to you. He doesn't work. He's only 13.
Oh,
He
me.
can't work.
Oh. Hey, no, nowadays probably not. You remember when we could do the whole work permit bullshit?
Yeah.
I don't even know if they do
You
that
talking about for
anymore.
high school?
No, it was if you were
No. But what I'm saying is, legally, you can't have a job until you're 15.
Oh, right. I gotcha. I thought it was younger than
I don't
that,
think so.
but yeah.
I mean, you could have a job at like a
Oh,
county
no.
fair or something where they pay you cash, but like legally, I don't
Right.
think you can have a job till you're 15.
Right. But yeah, I'm curious to know.
No, I want you to
You know
walk
what?
into your job on Monday, and I just want you to be like yeet, and I want you to text me your boss's reaction.
his reaction would be the same as ours because he's the same age as us, maybe a year older, and he would probably look at me, and go, "What the fuck is that?" Hold on, I got this. I don't even know why, I have a computer in front of me.
I'm googling it on my phone.
I'm sure you can hear me typing away
Urban
right now.
Dictionary says yeet is especially used in basketball when someone has a three-pointer that they are sure will go in the hoop. This is probably a deviation from the dance during which the dancer calls out yeet when making a throwing action with their arms. That's okay. Urban Dictionary in 2019 is used as a verb to make a violent motion of any variety, such as a whip, or any motion that may be associated with violent camera shake or photo blur. It can also be used as an exclamation that can be used to express joy, disgust, or shade. What?
Okay, so I'm not the only one who didn't fucking understand
God
that.
damn it.
Like, I didn't understand that shit.
Okay, can we just move on?
Yes.
Yeah, moving on. Well, where do we go from here?
I don't know. We're supposed to talk about events. I don't have any events, do you?
Oh, I still can't get over. I still can't get over the whole trying to figure out this yeet thing. Like, normally, shit makes sense.
Just,
It don't make any sense at all.
just fucking go upstairs and be like, yeet, 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 yeet. Oh, God damn it.
It just reminds you of that Little John song, doesn't it? Uh,
All right. Do you have any events that happened or that are happening?
well, other than the fact I have a dog, no. Great podcast we got going on here.
Right. You should tell your fucking your work dude to like email you some questions and we can answer them.
Yeah, I could definitely do that. Email, text, too bad we thought of
You know
this
what he's
now
gonna do?
after the
You know,
podcast.
if he's listening to this, he's probably gonna agree with what I'm about to say. But he's just gonna ask, "What does yeet mean?"
We've already had that conversation, and we both pretty much said the same thing. What the fuck? Like, what? I will say, getting off this whole yeet bullshit. I would like to come up with a logo for the podcast here.
It could be a map. Photo of a map with a giant X through it because we never found it. I mean, that sounds dumb as hell, but it's the first thing I thought of.
Right, yeah, I thought of something like that too. Who knows? Is he done giggling over there? What about trying to get his sister on a podcast? Could she maybe explain this a little bit better?
No, because you want to know what would... Fine, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to text her.
Fuck.
Keep the podcast going.
Okay, I guess this is a point where maybe I should edit in some music.
No, just keep the podcast going. Like, keep talking.
Okay,
God damn it,
well,
just fucking keep talking. How hard is it?
Well, it's usually not hard. Sometimes, we yeet cannon.
What?
I where's my phone? I typed in yeet And Yeet Cannon came up.
I don't know if she's gonna respond though. So
If if I knew how to screenshot this, I would.
okay, I typed in yeet.
But yeah,
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. But the podcast might get banned. Um,
I mean, if it's bad, I can figure out how to bleep
do
it.
you
I'm
remember Jimmy Neutron? Do you remember
I do.
Sheen?
Yeah.
Sure. Not really. I don't remember it that
Sheen
well.
was one of his friends. He wasn't the fat one. He was the one with the really high pitched voice.
Maybe.
Look it up, and then you'll know. You'll remember him. But anyway,
Right, hold on.
I found a photo. It's the first one that came up if I typed in yeet, and it says my Kashiga Sheen has been straight up yeeted.
You said type in Sheen, correct?
I mean, type in Jimmy Neutron Sheen, and you'll see.
Sheen Jimmy Neutron. I don't even have to type anything in. Oh, okay, yeah.
My Kashiga Sheen has been straight up yeeted. I have no idea what that means.
I do,
Why are we still talking about this?
I don't know.
I don't even know what to say to that. I that don't. I'm confused because that doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like what? What?
You know, I think I want to change it to no one likes the second episode to please don't listen to the second episode.
Right. I mean,
That should be the title of the video. Don't watch this.
only watch if you're extremely bored. Like, I thought our lingo was dumb. You know,
Yeah.
when now growing up now, I mean, I thought ours was dumb. But holy shit. Like, this just takes the cake. And then I type in yeet, and then Yeet Cannon shows up. I don't know. I can't believe it.
Okay, she hasn't responded, so I think maybe we should end that podcast.
Oh, you were gonna ask her some more questions?
No, she hasn't responded about what does yeet mean, so I don't want to sit here waiting. Oh, wait. I got
Oh,
it. She put, 1, it means to throw something hard, but people use it whenever they feel like it. So there is no actual fucking meaning for this word, apparently. 2, Jace always says it.
oh, really? And okay, so now I'm intrigued. How does he say
how
it?
do you say it? Like, do you just walk around saying, like, yeet? And how do you say it?
I use it when I win a game in
Fuck.
Fortnite.
How
Did you hear that?
I use it when I get. First of all, why the hell are you playing Fortnite?
I told you we should end the podcast.
I mean, like, what?
I told you. Should have ended it.
I mean, oh yeah, I guess maybe we should have. Oh wow. I just don't even know what to say to
I
that
know.
anymore.
I can tell.
I mean, I'm going to copy some of these.
You gonna put the photos in the video? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, of the two definitions of yeet that we just looked up, and if anybody can please explain this, because I'm picturing him playing Fortnite, right? And I'm picturing him like, let's say he wins, so he's just fucking gaming along, and all of a sudden gets that headshot. Yeah, yeet man, yeet.
Oh,
What the
oh,
like
oh. So okay, I got
How?
a story for you now.
Oh, here we
So
go.
him and I, he likes
That's okay, Jace. The podcast is almost
he likes
over.
Fortnite, so I'll play with him sometimes, because if he likes it, whatever, I'll force myself to play it. So him and I were playing, and he picks up a sniper rifle, and he immediately goes, "Oh yeah, Dad, guess what?" And I was like, "Cool, you got a sniper rifle?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm a god with this thing." And I was like, "Really?" And I pick up a hunting rifle, which has no scope on it at all. Fast forward about 30 seconds later, and we see an enemy. He takes a shot at the enemy, completely fucking misses, and is getting shot at. And I kill the enemy in one shot with no scope. And I said, "Oh yeah, you're a god with that sniper rifle, all right."
Wow. You got served there, Jace.
He's giggling again.
Well, of course he would be. I do have those pictures, so of the definitions for.
Be careful,
yeet.
man. You might get flagged on YouTube for some of that shit. Who knows?
I mean, anybody can go find this, because all I did the exact same thing you did. I went to Google. I typed in what does yeet, and then that was the first thing that popped up, mean. And those are the two definitions I got. So anybody can go and look them up. It'll be the first shit that you see. But I don't even know what to say.
I really, really can't wait to see the title of this podcast. The Yeet Cast. Is that what it's going to be? Just the Yeet Cast?
No. No.
Sounds like a buck of punching. Never mind. Can't say that.
I'd rather not.
Keep hitting my desk. I apologize.
Yeah, no, I'd rather not title it that. But yeah, we can definitely cut it off here. Definitely, we're cutting it off here. We've hit that hour mark.
All right.
I do appreciate everybody watching and tuning in to our wonderful podcast. We'll see you next week. Have a good week,
Goodbye.
everybody. Cut.